Welcome back to Humble Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D. With me, Porter, in the house, and we're getting ready for the next round, our practice round. Because there was only 3 rounds here, we had to close early. Would have been a lot longer because we had a lot of people on Tuesday. That was a phenomenal show.
We at least had 2 undefeated still remaining.
Yeah,
and I'm...
No spoilers. So, we're going to have an awesome matchup for you guys to check this out. But I loved seeing how many people came out to try out the OP13 format. On a Tuesday of all days, the store was stacked with OP players. And a lot of fun. But we had to call it quickly because we had to call for the lights out. We had to close the store at 9 o'clock. It's the middle of the week. Trying to get people back home so they can get to bed before going to work and everything. I had to mention, our poor boy Chris has been worn ragged with a lot of the things we're doing in the back end. Some stuff you guys should be really looking forward to. And I can't even spoil it, but there's some great things coming our way in the community and out to you guys out there for the work that he's been doing and in quiet and in secret. And he's not allowing me to say anything. I signed an NDA and everything. I think that was an NDA. I think I gave away my first one.
I think you sold your soul, dude.
I'm pretty sure I sold my soul. Yeah. Okay. Well, that happened. So we're gonna get ourselves into a fun practice round. Me and Spencer got in. I wanted to have a quick match to showcase this. A deck I'm trying out. I've been testing out because you guys know. Soul contract for sure. Absolutely, Captain Literal. I told you guys from the get-go I was gonna be on Roger, even without the promo. I was gonna try it out. I was going to try it out my way. So we're going to go over my deck and we're going to talk about it. I've been learning a few things and tweaking some things for the deck that I think are pretty cool. And I'm still waiting for the promo in December. But I really like this deck. It's a lot of fun. Very simple to play, especially if you're an old-timer like me who plays like 5, 6, 7 different games. It's nice to have a deck that's very linear, easy to play, and does everything you want to with the big man Roger. And he's going to be up against the other biggest threat of the format, Portgas D Ace in Spencer. So let's see how I do.
A little father versus son matchup.
Right? I love it. Let's see this matchup in all of its glory once I can find the deck list for these things. It's one of these windows. There we go. Let's go here. Let's get to the deck list. Alright, starting off with my take on the Gol D Roger. If you guys haven't noticed just right off the surface, feels very Rogery, doesn't it?
Yep.
Very, very Rogery. And the biggest reason here is going to be because I'm one of the sole people that believe in this card being something pretty good. Honestly, I feel like this thing plays more... you got to have a Silver's Rayleigh if you play this card to back it up. And it feels like kind of like a one-time game. You're going to try and Monkey D. Luffy purple. If you guys remember back in the day, it was the extra turn card that you usually just played at the last little bit. This is that's how I kind of treat this card. It's a very, very powerful card. Leaves your leader at 9k at the end of turn, which is huge.
Minus 2k to all of your opponent's characters on the board
until the end of the next phase. It's like just says no attacking me, and if you do, invest in only 1 attack because next turn I plan on coming at your face with some heavy hitters.
But it does negate your leader and all of your non-Roger pirate characters. So you honestly are playing. If you're playing this card currently, from what I see in your build, you're playing too many cards that are not Roger pirates.
Okay. I mean, there are some cards that it can actually affect. Of course, the Uda is the biggest concern because the blocker does get lost.
Yeah.
When you
the
play
Shanks loses the minus 1k.
Mm-hmm. We have 2 Shanks, and then the only other card in this deck that's not Roger...
Where it was those 2.
Oh, it's just those 2. Yeah. Obviously, I need the 10 cost power because the deck does what it does well, which is just ramping. The effect in itself really isn't anything. It's just a -2 until you get to 10 Dawn. And every single turn after your first. So the first turn you don't have to allocate. But after your first turn, you have to make sure there's 1 Dawn underneath this leader at all times. So you're always kind of -1 Dawn to a degree. But everything in Roger...
But it's a multicolor 5-life leader with 7k base power. This is a mistake. This leader should be 4 life, legitimately.
Yeah. The way I see it, there's not enough searchers in here to make this deck incredibly consistent as we're seeing in the meta. But it's still very powerful. Every single one of the cards that are Roger have the same effect. Ramp, ramp, ramp. They all come in rested, but it's ramp, 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 ramp. We got a Douglas Bullet, which is my absolute favorite. Ramp because this guy at 8 becomes 6k, and usually after you play him, you'd be surprised if not the next turn you're at 8, depending on when you play him. Kazuki Odin, just so I have a blocker, but also ramp at 5. It is important to make sure that my 5-turn turn, if I have 5, I have a way to ramp out to get in that turn, because the only thing you really want to be doing this deck is just getting this thing to 10 down as quick as possible and start beating face with some massive hits. We have some draw power. This one situational
also,
draw
you
power.
have the wrong tab open on this screen.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, we covered it up with the other thing. Thank you very much. We have some draw power here with Scopper Command. This is my favorite draw power in the deck. This one you only have to discard one. This one works, but it's situational. You have to have 2 characters in your opponent's field that plus 5,000 or more. I have 1 copy of the Silver's Rayleigh because I really do enjoy this card, but I don't know if it's really fitting the theme with the deck, to be honest with you. It's a control type thing, and this deck just wants to go face. Yes, it gets rid of some blockers. Yes, it gets rid of some threats. But this deck really just wants to go face.
Also, removal is not good right now.
Right. Especially with how many of the emus running around that just have anti-everything. The key to this card, and something I might need to start moving up on, this 10 cost Roger. One of the things this deck does very, very well is put a lot of early game pressure on your opponent, taking it down. And if you can get him down, most of the time they try to wall up. And the best thing about Gol D Roger says, don't wall up against me because I'm going to make you lose the game. And just an absolute powerhouse of a card here. When you already have a 7k power leader, easy to get around. There's a decent amount of 2ks in here, but really the deck just does one simple thing. Ramp to 10, drop the bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. The bodies hit the floor. The bodies hit the... I'm not that good of talented. We're not going to do that. So let's get into the next deck list. You want to cover it for Portgas D Ace? This is Izu, by the way. It's just not showing up for some reason.
It's just the searcher that on opponent's attack gets to cycle a card. Strong card. Stronger searcher is this, which searches any 3 cost or higher if your leader is one of the 3 brothers. But I guess we should talk about the leader. Yeah, so this is one of the big threats right now. On opponent's attack, trash card from your hand, give one of your opponent's leader or characters minus 2k for the battle. So it's just a free 2k counter. Like, it turns any of your bricks into a 2k counter, which is very strong, and then Dawn times 1 once per turn when you take damage, or your character with 6,000 base power or more is KO, draw a card. Here's a character that's 6,000 base power or more, and oh, look at that, it's a blocker, so it's going to get KO'd. And oh, on KO, draw 2 cards. So with leader effect, that's draw 3 cards.
3 cards! It's insane.
You have this card, which should be banned. I am Whitebeard. If your leader is Whitebeard Pirates, you play Whitebeard, and then you can, optional by the way, take a life to give your leader more power, which in combination with something like this makes your leader 10k.
And activates the Roger ability on your own, if you want to follow up with a Roger attack.
And then you have Blocker Beard, which is crazy, and we are not playing Tax Beard in this build.
This is the version that Ocean Man has put together. He decided he didn't want to play the Tax Beard in his version. We'll see how this one measures up.
Captain Literal, Ace is nowhere near it. Like, it's an overtuned deck for sure, but it's nowhere near as problematic as Emu. I think they just need to ban I Am Whitebeard, and then this deck is in an acceptable position.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, going to start off the first turn with a search. I'm clearly looking for a buggy, or mostly a buggy, because the next turn I am going to have to allocate 1 Dawn, and I need to make sure.
Well, there's a buggy.
That I can ramp out. It's one of the reasons I like this one. Not a lot of decks playing the buggy, but it's essential, personally, because if you lose a die roll like I did on this one...
Why are decks not playing the buggy? The buggy is important because you need to be ramping on that turn.
Absolutely. I don't know why. I looked at some of the decks, they're just not playing buggy. I looked at 3 or 4 different decks, and it wasn't there. It's not all the decks, but some of the decks I was looking at to try and build around, I was like, why is buggy not in here?
Swing 6, just get the 1k, then...
It's like they don't want to play the 2 cost 2k because it just ramps, but you need the ramp. It's essential if you lose a die roll. Yeah, and it's a 2k later game. Like, I think, personally, it is just one of the best cards you could possibly have in the early game.
Why did you 1k out of a 6k swing? You 1k countered out of a 6k swing. Your leader is a 5k. That Odin is a 1k. You cheated. Get the Tony Chopper crying up.
Yeah, that's right. That's interesting. No, I think he
swung with leader.
Oh, that's right.
He swung with leader.
Yeah, I should have been a 2k. I don't remember what he came into. It was like, I think he said 5k for some reason. I don't know. I think it was... This was late in the day, and I played a lot of different 5-life leaders. So this was the last match of the day. We're trying to rush this one through.
Yep. Here's the Yamato. Draw 2, put a Rested Dawn under. Crazy card.
Putting crazy against me, but I've learned against this matchup to try not to keep my hand up too much, because putting could crush him.
8.
No trigger off in that one. Note that I was able to successfully ramp both turns and get myself up to 10. This is exactly the way I like it. You'd be able to ramp, get it out there. It's absolutely insane.
Okay, your leader is now 7k.
And that's why I like this deck. The issue that I said with him before...
Wait, did you play the when did you play the Crocus?
Last turn.
When you didn't bottom deck the Ezo? Or
it has to attack. It's on attack.
Oh, it's on attack to get rid of something? Okay. Well, the Ezo got to trigger first, so...
Yeah. Unfortunately. Couldn't do anything else about that.
Swing 8. Spencer gets to fix his hand, and then he gets to block and draw,
Draw
3.
3. Just tremendously good.
Swing 8.
Am going to get him to get 2Ks. I am in a decent situation. He has taken a life at this point with one of these swings here.
Okay.
I'm going to get the Gabon.
Draw 2, trash 1.
Mm-hmm. And I have myself some bodies. Little Pound Cake says, hey!
Little Pound Cake, what do you think about the new Ivankov support?
Yeah, specifically the
Shiryu and the Hannibal that just got revealed.
We're going to the cards. Want to see if it was like something that feels like it's going to make the deck a little more OP, if it is at all. Oh, he's excited for it. That's good.
Excited. That's good. We do not know enough about Ivankov to really evaluate those cards.
Right.
So
I'm going to leave it to the man who was running it all in the beginning of the set forever, and now he's getting a chance.
Not overpowered, but like
decent effects.
Yeah.
You got the Garp searching up Whitebeard. So gross. So gross that this thing can find anything in the deck. This is a card I really wish I had for Roger. Just being able to search, but only one searcher. Yes, everything in my deck, it's not going to whiff, is Roger Pirates. Just not enough to get the consistency up. Here we go, 7 into life here. Looking for 1. Camilo says, I love the counter event that
Champion
Ivankov
Rifle?
has.
Yeah, Champion Rifle's a crazy card.
You know, fair 2K for a 1K counter here, in different order.
Yeah.
Kind of repairs the situation.
Not really, because you might have still had to get rid of the 2K. You might have drawn the 2K later.
Oh, I didn't. Yes, you might have.
Yeah.
I remember Nekomamushi being in there. Little Pound Cake says there's a lot of decent blue events. Yeah, there really are. Setting up for some more offensive plays. I really need to get Spencer down to 0 as quick as possible. One here. Looks like a Silver's Rayleigh is what I'm setting up. But going for the Crocus play here. Nothing to bounce. I'm not going to give him that bounce. I'm not going to give him another search. One of the downsides here is you definitely don't want to be bouncing searchers.
Does it return to hand?
Yeah, it's bouncing back to their hand.
Oh, I thought it was KO.
I wish. No. It's pretty decent against certain things, but to get them to force them to replay it, but especially if it's a blocker, not very good. Swing 8, get a hit. Thanks, exclamation point, join.
Free draw, and then you have that Rayleigh. Oh, that's rough.
Not necessarily the greatest situation. Like, I want to put some rushing power on here, but I am at 1, so I'm getting closer. I did have the option for the other Rayleigh for the rush, but I didn't see, with his fat hand, especially after the discard, didn't see it getting enough of a benefit. So I wanted to save it for maybe a 10.
Oh, there's
10
I Am Whitebeard.
Roger, and the blocker beard is out.
He is Whitebeard.
Mm-hmm. Nope, he didn't
Roger.
take a life for this either.
Yep. Putting 2
under
to effectively neutralize that.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot swing into leader, notably.
Yep. But the Whitebeard is setting up for any of the characters that can swing, so we'll see if we can get it up to at least 7 to get a 1K.
Oh, there it
and
is.
It is. 7K into
the
Crocus. Doing for some board control, pretty smart. Do have to think this one through. I have a 0 cost Divine Departure ×2 and 2 Silver's Rayleigh ×2 in hand. So I could do an 8K or a plus 3K to counter, but I got to remember what I value in pieces here. And I think honestly, the Scopper Kaban is the one I care about more. So definitely want to play around and swing into that. Give me an opportunity to get out of that. Back to turn here. I think I flicked one of my Dawns out here because this is one of the turns I was like, where'd my 10 Dawn go? It was underneath the table. Not the Roger play or the Shanks play that I really want to be seeing in the situation. Definitely want to get it with a big rusher here. But not a great board state. I got to get through a blocker beard and that fat hand of his, and I need to get him down to 0 as soon as possible.
I mean, you have to kill him. Getting him down to 0 is actively detrimental to you.
If he has a Roger. But I don't have that many blockers in the deck either.
Yeah.
And there's no blockers in hand. So it's just getting the right amount of attacks with the right amount of Dawn allocation. And the buggy, maybe the Shanks swings, maybe if I want to start pressuring for an extra attack.
If you want to swing with both of those, that's 8 Dawn.
Yeah, it's just a lot. What are y'all playing for OP13? Myself, Roger, what are you on?
Same old, same old. And maybe some Sabo.
I thought you were going to play Emo just for fun.
not for fun, because this man needs emu content and no one's gotten emu on stream yet. So
I appreciate that.
just so that we have the deck up there, I'm gonna play it like once, maybe twice, and then just have the deck because I have it built because it's so cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is me trying to figure out where my Dawn went.
And you're seeing what this man is playing.
Yeah, definitely on the Roger here. We're just gonna put this because we were in such a rush to get this game over here because I know that Chris wanted to go home. It's like, where is this thing? Where is this? And I'm trying to figure out the math here. What is going to be the best? Spencer's hand's fat right now. Super overloaded. What cards here? Especially after that Marco blocker. Never feels good when they draw 3. You know? Looking at the attacks, knowing that a 4 investment is extremely, just a lot for almost next to nothing. Going in for 8 for the first, test the water, see if I can get. Realizing just going to life is the best option here. He's got a decent board state. He's probably going to come attacking me. I don't have much for defense outside Divine Departure. I don't really want to play the Divine Departure.
Counters.
Do just want to get as much as out of his hand as possible to ensure I can get victory. Because this deck, very Unga Bunga, guys. Very Unga Bunga. Go face, go face. The most difficult thing is just trying to learn the math on where your attacks are going to go. Going in for 10. See if I get that blocker beard. There's a free blocker beard. Now, could load up everything here. Just going to go 11, see if I can get anything out of hand.
Why 11?
I think I'm leaving the 3 for bullet, and yeah, for a bullet play, so I have an extra body next turn. That way I have another swing. I want to, because I know that I'm probably not going to be able to save most of my characters here with just the 2 cards in hand. If he goes for board, I'm not going to be able to save much, so I just need another body. Especially if blocker beard's there, I have to have multiple bodies to ensure that I have something to swing in. Didn't unfortunately get anything of more value, and Rayleigh just did not feel like the play.
Oh, is this another I Am Whitebeard?
Yeah, I believe so. Here's another I Am Whitebeard. Note that if he has no life, he can't
take, but still is now an 8k leader.
Yep. So the swing's going to be a little bit more expensive and taxing here. Right now, really looking for... Yep, nice little blocker. This is where I'm definitely looking for a Roger off the top if I can. Roger would be absolutely devastating in this situation.
Yep, just go for board, clean up here.
Yep. Going in for the 8, like I said, I can only really block 1. I can incentivize another attack to the board if I defend here, but I am going to put myself a 0. And I do. No cards in hand. Math is simple for him. And he's going to pass back.
Oh, the only attacker he has is a 6k. He can't swing into anything.
Yep.
Wants to retain the blocker, and the 9 gate was played this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 9 beard was played this turn, so we can't swing with that.
Another Divine Departure off the top.
Rough.
Yeah. Uda is really the only thing I can get rid of it, but it's going to cost me quite a bit just to get rid of the Uda. It is 6 cost less, right?
What?
The Divine Departure.
It's minus
it's
8k.
8k, that's right. That's all it does, just minus 8k.
The other 0 cost purple then is probably just better.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Roger Pirates, but the trigger is just so much more valuable than the minus power.
Fair. Yep. I'm trying to play some head games with Spencer. Told him how my attacks are going to be, and like said, yeah, just kidding.
Why are we swinging 9?
Because he's been basically demonstrating he doesn't have much counter in hand because of the way he's been taking some of these hits. So this was a test the water.
Then why not swing 8? It's the same amount of cards out of hand.
It was kind of I think I was trying to climb the ladder for a decent.
But you could have
10
climbed.
swing.
But now you're swinging.
This hurt.
Again.
That hurt. It was 9, 9, 10, 10. I think that's what I worked out. No, let's say.
Well, you could have gone 8, at least 8, 9, or 8, 10, 10, 10, which would have been a better ladder. That would have been more cards out of his hand.
That's fair. Absolutely. No, you're right. Great call. Capmo says I'm playing Koala and Yellow Bonnie. Koala is a really good deck against Roger, by the way. I got to find out off camera how really that leader effect is super detrimental to this deck. Made me feel bad.
Was 12.
Yep.
I do not. And we're just leaving one open?
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really matter to swing because that's just a free block.
Yeah.
But this does not look good.
Basically, right now, I'm trying to bluff that I have the one-cost event. I have Divine Departure, as you saw.
Yeah,
But I'm just trying to bluff.
The one-cost event is only leader. Spencer's probably going to go board here.
Yeah.
So the one-cost event does not matter.
Yeah.
Because they're the only best leader.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, if we just swing the Yamato into Bullet, can't counter out of, put a Dawn under Ace, swing into Gabon, and then just swing with Ninebeard into Rayleigh, and that's your entire board gone.
Mm-hmm.
You could even put 2 Dawn under the Ninebeard to clear the Buggy or the Shanks.
Yeah. It's got a lot of great options. It's kind of fallen out of my way. Honestly, if I can get a 10 Gol D Roger, though, I can get back in this game. Even with the board state as it is, I'm just one Gol D Roger away from victory.
Okay, there's another Blockbeard.
Gonna lock up again. I just need to see a Gol D Roger if I can to win this game. But right now, not looking good for my board state.
Okay,
I can't defend
Whitebeard.
anything.
That's the third I am Whitebeard.
Mm-hmm. Saw so many of these.
Yep, I'm putting 2 Dawn under there so that we're clearing one of the Buggy or the Shanks.
Mm-hmm. Just getting extra attacks off the board, which is a smart play for Spencer here.
Okay.
First, going in for 7, probably going to hit Scopper Gabon. Nope, going for
Bullet. Yep. 8 Gabon. 10 Rayleigh, kill Shanks.
Mm-hmm. Because he likes Buggy. That's
Yeah.
what he said. I like Buggy, so Buggy can stay. I was like, fine.
And now you're left with a single 2K power Buggy and your leader versus 2 Blocker Beards.
I got to rush Ace.
Shanks.
Shanks, sorry.
But that does nothing
It
here.
does absolutely nothing.
Because we can just leader effect to counter out of it, and then next turn we can even just like send one of the Blocker Beards into it and kill it.
Mm-hmm. I think my only real option here is just to play the Shanks and pass. Maybe just pass.
I mean, you can swing just to force the cards out of his hand.
There's nothing to force out.
Yeah, because it sinks by 1, so you would have
yeah.
to leader effect probably. So it does force a card if you swing with the Shanks.
But it also makes it vulnerable to free attack on his turn. I need to get through these
Okay,
things.
well, just bait out Blocker.
Mm-hmm. 10 Shanks, -1 of the board, and I'm going to pass. I don't want to leave it vulnerable to attack. I can't defend it. I've got 1 card in hand. Tazzy, welcome back. Good to see you.
Well, he does play Red Rock. It is a blue deck.
And it's like a 1-of, I think it's we saw
it's a 2-of.
In his deck. I was like, this guy's seeing everything.
He draws so much. Of course he sees it.
Yeah.
So, like, he does play Red Rock.
That's fair. I'm just looking for a Shanks or a Gol D Roger. I just need a Gol D Roger. Please, deck, give me a Gol D Roger. I got 4 life, 4 chances for Gol D Roger.
Can't
Another
play
blocker.
it this turn, though.
Yeah.
Okay, just swing 7.
Okay, and he felt so bad about this too. I remember Spencer's like, I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hit you. Because he knows if he gives me a Gol D Roger, I got this game.
Yeah.
I just need a Gol D Roger to get through this board state. And he's like, I don't want to attack you. So all this hesitation you see in his hand is like, I don't want to attack him. I don't want to attack him. And I'm going to take every hit. I'm searching for this card. Not it.
And
Not
that's
it.
the only way you win here.
Yeah. Here goes Whitebeard. I don't know why I'm even contemplating countering out. I think I was just trying to bait him into thinking I had counter. Shanks.
There's a Shanks.
It's not Gol D Roger, though. I'm looking at him.
We
Like,
could just kill him to kill you this turn.
he could. But I think that was also another reason I paused. I wanted to think, actually, I could plan. I actually, with the cards I had on my hand, the life, I could counter out of that. I showed him I could have countered out of one of the Whitebeards. Yeah.
Oh.
I had
7K
6K
leader,
counter.
I guess. Yeah. 7K leader.
So it was one of those things. I flipped over the card to see what I had, and I was like, if it's... let's see, I had Shanks, 2K, 2K, 1K,
Yeah,
3K. That's plenty enough. And now
Yeah,
I'm just
you were not
desperately...
seeing it.
like, please, where are you? They were together. They were just together at the bottom of my deck. They're sitting there, buddy.
Oh.
That's why I need searchers. This deck, like, it just needs searchers, like, to get the consistency up there. If I could have a Gol D Roger, please, or a Gart, please, that'd be really nice. I really appreciate that. Can Roger get another searcher, please? Just one more.
No, we actually need to nerf Roger.
It is pretty powerful.
No, you do need to make this a 4 life leader. This being a 5 life leader is ridiculous.
Yeah. We'll see if they run it.
They're not going to.
It's a very strong deck. Guys, we're going to take a very quick break. I'm going to fill up the wheel. We're going to come back in like 30 seconds.
Also,
the next matchup.
Change the leaders for the next game.
I think I'm setting the same pace and the same leaders. So it's the same.
Oh, yeah, it is the same leaders.
So it's going to be the same matchup, but this time against Tracy's version. We got a whole new version of the deck for Portgas D Ace. We're going to see if I do well. This is the first match of the day, by the way. The last one we just watched was the last of the day. So technically, you're seeing it first thing, but it was literally the last thing that happened today. So we're going to see if I can get myself in a winning streak on my return to finally playing some One Piece games on the regular format, now that the championship is all over. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back with the exact same matchup to a different player this time, Tracy's deck. And a whole new way to look at Portgas D Ace. I'm looking forward to it. And that's going to do it for this round. If you've been here this long, hit the like and subscribe button. Help us out. We're a growing channel and just trying to get out as many TCGs and coverage for you guys at home. Brought to you mostly by the people you're seeing scroll over here, my Patreons. The ones that help me fund and do everything I can to try to expand this channel to cover multitudes of different TCGs that you are seeing here. You like the one you're watching now? That's great. We also have other things that you might like, from a broad spectrum of the Bondi to the new League of Legends, Riftbound games, and other independents like Alpha Clash. We like to cover as many games here, and I love all these TCGs. Most of the time I take part in. If you guys are liking this content, though, please help us grow, help us get into the point where we can improve our quality of content for you, and get to the point where you guys really get the product that you deserve. Thank you for being here, as always. This is going to be it for today. I hope to see you in the next video. That might be listed up here. I don't know, editor, can you help me out?